Hi, this is Chris. Welcome to another video. This is video number 5 of my 52 video series, and this also marks the last video I'm making without any music in it. Starting next week, I'll be adding music. There's been 5 weeks of learning how to use the editing software that I'm using. I'm using Final Cut Pro. And I feel like I'm in a good place now that I know enough to add music. I think adding music to these videos are going to make them better. And yeah, I made it. I made it to the 5th video. So today I'm making a tree. And it is a summer tree because it's going to have green leaves. The tree design is something I fall back to when I am trying some new technique or when I don't know what to draw. I want to draw, but I'm not sure what to draw. So this designing a tree usually gets me going. And here, this time, I am using, I'm trying out this technique of, layering some paint underneath. Maybe is this called underpainting? Maybe. And I'm doing this because I want to have a highlight. I want the highlights to show through in the end. So I am gonna paint this entire tree yellow to begin with a yellow wash. It's not too opaque. It should be a little, it should be pretty. What's the opposite of opaque? I don't know. I can't think of it right now, so I'm not going to say it. But it is the opposite of opaque. And translucent. There you go. Translucent. So, yeah, so the yellow is not going to be the main color, but just the highlight that's going to shine through, or you can see through the end of the painting. So this, I'm just wetting the paper first because I want the paint to spread nicely and not be, harsh. No harsh lines there. I want everything very soft at the edges for this part. So this is I'm gonna go on here for a while, and you probably still hear the humming in the background. That is a space heater. It's still very cold here in New Jersey. Today is actually much colder. It's like 21 degrees today. Fahrenheit. 21 Fahrenheit. And yeah, this studio is always very cold. Another thing I'm trying here is adding the shadows, like trying to layer the shadows too. And I used a nice purple. I love purple, and I thought it would be cool with the, a yellow highlight with the purple shadow. And I am mixing the paint as I go. I didn't really have a big plan for this. I knew I wanted to make a tree. I knew I wanted to try the underpainting thing there with the yellow, and I just started to think about it and just, mix as I go. I also knew I wanted to have a green leaves, like you have in the summertime. All the trees are green, and that's why I named it summer tree. And when I was doing this, I was thinking about the light coming and shining on this tree. And if it was shining from the right, everything on the left of the tree would be darker than the right. So that's what I was aiming for here. Also during this process, I kept like wondering if I was doing the right thing and going, oh, is this gonna look good in the end? How is this? And I was having a hard time liking this tree as I was making it. And up until the end, I still didn't like it. I finished and I didn't like it. And then I remembered one thing that my instructor did or used to do to us at the watercolor class. I would do like these big paintings there, and I just would hate them. I just hate them. I did not want to look at them because they were not what I was thinking they would be. And the teacher would take the painting and walk a few feet away from me and then show it to me and say, okay, now look at it. And when I looked at it from far away, it would look much better, right? So, what's the lesson there? If you keep looking at this thing too close, it's not going to look right. It just won't, because you're not painting it to be looked at it too close, right? So, so I wasn't enjoying this tree at all, and I just let it sit there for a while. I walked away from it, gave my brain some time to forget about it, and then I came back to it, and I liked it a little better. So the lesson here is, don't keep looking at everything too close. It's not going to be pretty. I wasn't sure what to do with that part there, so I took a very fine brush to create some outlines there. At this point, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do a pen outline or not, or I didn't know exactly what I was gonna go with this, so I tried the thin brush for this. Okay, so I'm almost done here. I just want to add a little bit more shadow at the bottom there, and add some ground to the tree so the tree has a place to sit. I wetted my brush so I could spread that paint a little more. A quick mix of purple, and then I add a little bit more definition to those leaves. I wanted to make it look like, I wanted to add more depth to some of those leaves, and I mixed in a lighter green, and I think it worked. And that's done. Well, almost. The last step here is to just do some outline with the Micron 01, which is pretty fine, and maybe add some shadows too, like reinforce the shadows. And the outline is not really like a straight line, it's like a scrubbing action there. I think it makes the tree pop a little more when you add the lines. I kind of like the way that looks with the pen. Well, we're getting to the end of the video now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next week when I'm gonna have some music. It's gonna be cool. My videos are gonna look really nice, and it's gonna be more enjoyable too. I hope you like this. If you want to see me in any other places, I'm at Chris Kober everywhere else. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.